Hi, I'm Yun and I go by Chloe. I'm currently 14 years old and fortunately my speech placed in the top 4 of the Global Leadership English Challenge, as known as GLEC. And I'm very honored to be here today to share my experience as well as advise new future competitors. Since I'm 14, developing a life plan can be quite overwhelming, but I'm always open to, developing new interests in life and finding my own thing. So my family has plans for me to study abroad at 17 to either Canada, Australia, and mostly Germany. So if I successfully study my third language, which is Deutsch, at an intermediate level, then I could successfully be a student in Germany. And after that, all the boring things such as internships and all that, but then comes to my job. Whenever people ask me about my dream job, I can't really answer them because I don't have a specific answer since I'm indecisive. But currently, I am very interested in the fields such as creative writing and journalism. So hopefully someday I can incorporate it into my future life. Okay, so one major tip I have for you competitors in the GLEC is to please avoid, going with the flow or improvising in your speech or presentation. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I love improvising since it shows that you do not have to rely on a script and you have the God-given ability to think on your feet. However, it won't come useful when you need to organize your ideas. It's quite impossible for a person to multitask in their head since they can only do so much at a time. You can't really think and speak and make sense at the same time. So if you have many ideas, that's great. So please organize it before, competing in that competition so that you can sound more logical and well prepared. Another tip I have for you is you can take advantage of the queue. So when you enter the Zoom meeting, they give you a specific time to revise in that queue until your name is called. So in that time, I wouldn't just sit down and surf the web. Instead, I would take advantage of it and turn on my camera, of course turn your mic off, and revise by yourself so that you can be more experienced with this format for the competition. Yeah, for English speech, for maybe a formal speech, you would definitely need to focus on, pronunciation, intonation, emphasizing. But yeah, for me, I really find the pronunciation part important. You can maybe go on Netflix and just watch what you enjoy watching and maybe sometimes copy their accent and incorporate it into your daily speaking life. So when you talk to a native speaker, you can use that accent and try to sound like a native speaker. It would really come in useful in your English speech in the English speaking industry because sometimes you have many brilliant and innovative ideas, but sometimes people don't have the ability to speak them aloud, and for people to understand it, it can be difficult. So when you have a great accent that's easy to understand, people can understand you and understand your ideas at the same time. So I would definitely recommend, practicing your accent and practicing the pronunciation of the vocabulary words time over time. Yeah, and that's the end of my interview.